Hey guys, today I am doing a video game pickups haul and about 2 months ago I made a video where I bought a lot of retro games from Gamestop and during that time that was still pretty new with Gamestop where they were focusing on like putting out more retro games and it could be very questionable because GameStop doesn't really, or at least like many of their employees doesn't verify if it's legit or not, and so there's a good chance that you could buy like a fake game because there are some cases where people change like the stickers on or Super Nintendo games or Nintendo 64. So there may be some counterfeits. So I kind of gave it a shot, and surprisingly, many of the games that I bought through GameStop that were retro games were actually legit. Like I had to like check the screws, there's like ways you can check on the indent numbers in the back, or even looking at like Nintendo's Nintendo DS games with like the black cartridges where you shine it in the light and if it changes color to purple, it was a legitimate copy. So yeah, I did a whole video on that about 2 months ago, and yeah, we are back with a sequel of GameStop games. Like, I went to a bunch of GameStops and got a lot of retro games along the way, which a lot of them I was very shocked to find out in like GameStop for like a really good deal. So yeah, that's what the video will be like focused on for today. So before we go into the GameStop pickups, I want to go through games that I got through Half Price Bookstore, which is pretty much, I guess, a thrift store that's more in Washington from what I found out, because I guess there's not really many half price bookstores in like other states. But that's usually my go-to when I find video games or like mangas, which if you guys see my manga pickups, majority of them are actually discounted because they are like used books. So that's the reason why I have that huge manga collection, if you guys could see in the background over there. But yeah, so one of the things I picked up Tales of the World Radiant Mythology. So this game I was kind of surprised about because I didn't know that they had a US release of this game, and I really haven't seen any like Tales games on the PSP. The only time I've seen them on handheld is like Tales of Heart on the PS Vita, as well as the Tales of Abyss on the 3DS. So this getting a US release is quite shocking because normally I only seen these in the Japanese versions, and more surprisingly, this is Radiant Mythology. So this is a spin-off of the Tales series, since I don't know how well that did in sales, but I'm actually quite happy to actually own a copy now, because the Tales series is actually one of my favorite RPG series of all time. And if you guys look like right there, I have like all the collector's editions from like the PlayStation 3 era and higher for the Tales games. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that I got this in my collection. So got that. I got Tomb Raider 3 on the PS1, and gotta love Lara Croft's pixelated boobs right here. But yeah, $10 for this game, really good deal. And the main reason, if the camera could focus, yeah, the main reason why I got this game is because I felt like this game was one of the important games during the PlayStation 1 eras, or PlayStation 1 era, I mean. But yeah, it's kind of like more so like history, just seeing how the PlayStation 1's like library of games like Resident Evil, Final Fantasy 7, Metal Gear Solid, like all those games just made it so important for a PlayStation that even this game too, like I just feel like it was a must just to have this in my PlayStation 1 library, just because that is one of my favorite consoles growing up playing. That and Nintendo 64, so I felt like this was very important to have and get. And then next, I got a bunch of fighting games, surprisingly, and I'll say right now, I'm not good at fighting games. I love watching Evo matches and just people playing fighting games, but me participating, I think I probably do better time playing with my feet than my hands. But regardless, I picked up Blaze Blue Continuum Shift and Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger. So these are the prices that I got for, and actually I got for a cheaper price because these games were on sale at Half Price Bookstore because they were having like some holiday deal going on. So I actually got for a cheaper price for these two games. And really quickly, there's like only one Blaze Blue game that's like very expensive for some odd reason. It's like over $100 for like resale value, which I'll show it right here. But for some reason that's very expensive, while the rest of the other Blaze Blue games are like at max $20. So, and you may wonder why I picked these games up. I only picked them up because they're anime. Who knows? But I picked those two up, and I also picked this up, which is my other fighting game, in, you know, Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. This one's a really interesting one because, let me see if it'll show the price. So, yeah, this is $20, and I'm actually quite shocked because the resale on this is like above $30, and for some reason the PlayStation 3 version is like 15 or 14, so I don't know why the value of Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate specifically is high. Maybe it's just because it has the Virtual Fighter characters on the back as well, because, you know, for Ultimate Edition, I'm assuming it just has all the content as well as exclusivity. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's a weird one I picked up and I own now, I guess. I did pick up another fighting game, but it's not like a traditional fighting game that you guys were expecting, but I picked up Punch-Out on the Wii, and yeah, for about $20. I mean, it's not that bad of a deal, if you guys can see right here. The only thing that sucks about this copy is that, yeah, the manual is just missing, unfortunately. But still, $20 for a game that was pretty good. I think this game is incredibly hard too, and I know you can fight Donkey Kong this one. I don't know about the other ones, if you can fight Donkey Kong, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked to one of these days try this out and probably get mad playing this game because, man, I've seen Maximilian Dude and his friends play this recently, and wow, that looked pretty intense watching them go through this game. But yeah, Punch-Out on the Wii, not bad. Oh, and I also picked up 2 Sonic games, or Sonic and Mario Go to Olympic Games, or Mario and Sonic, I mean. So, yeah, picked up, was it the Winter Olympics 2014, here's the price, and the first Mario and Sonic Olympic Games on the Wii, which, man, I just remember, if you guys, if you guys do remember like the commercial where they play the final countdown, this was one of my favorite video game commercials watching when I was a kid, and man, it made me want to get this game. This was when they were showcasing the Wii too, and man, that was such an era right there. Just everyone flipping out for the Nintendo Wii. But yeah, I picked these two up, and I kind of expect these games to probably go up in value later in the future because you know, Mario, or I guess Sega, because I guess Sega is the one that does it. They did not renew the license for the Olympics, so, you know, I already showed off in my last video, but they are done with Mario and Sonic Olympic Games, so that is no longer continuing, unfortunately. So, might as well try collect them all my, you know, Mario and Sonic collection, I guess. So those were all the games that I picked up through Half Price Bookstore, and I have to say, I don't think they were that bad pickups, but you guys can always let me know in the comments. But yeah, moving on are the games that I picked up at Gamestop, and oh boy, I did get a lot of games at the retro section. So one of the games I picked up, which very questionable game, but it is 99 Nights. So, and also I'm going to show off the values of the games too. So, $10 or pretty much I'm a pro member, so I'm actually paying this price instead of like the actual price for non-pro members. But yeah, I don't know why I picked this one up. I mean, it looked cool. It looks pretty edgy because it has Japanese katakana or hiragana on here. But interesting Microsoft first title game, because you can tell it's through Microsoft because they have their little logo right there. But yeah, I remember seeing this back then when Xbox 360 was a thing, and just seeing this on the shelves, I always thought it looked pretty cool, so I got that. I picked up, which I forgot, this is another fighting game, but Aqua Puzzle Aqua Plus Dreamation, if I said it correctly. I think this was one of my more pricier games, or not really, but it's like 23 something, 23.74, and I actually don't understand this series at all. It's just I think they just bundle up a bunch of like random anime characters, like how they did with that Love Max game or Climax, man, Dengaki Climax Fighter. But yeah, I think the only reason why I actually picked this up was because it was through Atlas. So I'm a big fanboy of Atlas, so I just decided to get this for my collection. Oh, and speaking of Atlas, I picked up Olden Spear, which I was about to just do this, which here you guys are. Ta-da! Which pretty pricey for a retro game in my opinion. Here. But yeah, the main reason why I picked this one up is because it came with this cool collectible tin that I think that's only available through their website, through Atlas, if you pre-order their collector's edition, because I'm pretty sure this is through their collector's edition that you had to get this through. So yeah, I think it was just cool that it came with this tin here. Next one I picked up, man, surprised that I did not have this at all, and that is Uncharted Golden Abyss. So here's the price right here, and yeah, not much really to say. I mean, I own a PSP Vita now, so I mean, I do want to check this game out. But yeah, $26.59. I don't think it was a bad value. So, and I did try to look for like a less expensive version of this game because I do want to try it out, but this is the cheapest that I've seen it so far in any stores, even through like other retro game stores in Washington. So next, I'm going to save these ones for last to show you guys, but this one's actually pretty cool, which is some PlayStation 1 games. So man, first Final Fantasy Origins. This was, I'm just gonna show $12, $13. Really good condition, really cool jewel case. Chrono Cross for $10. This one's a shocker. Like, look at the value. And just wanna go through here, and of course Final Fantasy 8. And all these jewel cases are in really good condition. Like, there's no scratches or even any like cracks. So, I mean, there's like minor scratches here. But what's important with these ones, these three specifically, is during beginning of New Year's, like New Year's week, Gamestop had a promotion where it was buy two pre-owned, get one for free. So I actually did get Chrono Cross for free at GameStop because I bought these two, and man, I'm gonna show you, like, the value on these ones are crazy too, because like just $10 for Chrono Cross. Let me pull up my Game Eye, which if you guys do collect video games, I recommend downloading like Game Eye. Game Eye is where we use to pretty much navigate and, you know, put aside all the games that we collect, and it'll just like organize like the value and what our estimate values are. But you guys look like right here. You guys can see like Chrono Cross is like $23, Final Fantasy 8 is like $23, and then man, where is the other one? Final Fantasy Origins right here. So honestly, I do recommend trying out Game Eye. I think it is a very good app to try use. But yeah, just getting these games, like it's quite crazy just to find. Next thing I picked up Mario Strikers on the GameCube. So like I said, this is the prices right here, and unfortunately this was not included with the manual because the manual is missing on this one. But still, the value of this is a pretty good deal for at least even $40 or so. So we got Mario Strikers, which you guys can see the back right here. I also picked up Paper Mario, 1000-Year Door. So I'm actually quite surprised that this is more expensive than Mario Strikers. I mean, I guess this one does have the manual app and everything too, but the only thing I just didn't understand was that the player's choice is a little more expensive than the non-player's choice version, but then again, there's like 3 versions of this game for like the cover art. The one that has player choice, the one that doesn't, and then the one that doesn't have the player's choice or best of the year thing right here. But picked up that game, and in honor of watching Sonic 3 the Hedgehog in movie theater at Christmas by myself. Actually, I had my friend come with me, but we had the whole movie theater to ourselves on Christmas, watching Sonic 3.
Again. Oh yeah! Victory is ours.
Yeah. I found a Sonic Adventures 2 battle. So here's price right here. And again, unfortunately, no manual. This one, it was missing its manual, but for the value, for what the resale value of this is considered a really good deal. So yeah, eventually I'll find a manual to fill this void in. But yeah, those were all the GameCube games that I found at Gamestop. Here are some handheld games that I found. So this one is going to be a really odd one, but I don't know this game, but it's from Sega, and that is Dinosaur King. So wow, look at the back right here. Like, I'm just genuinely confused about like what you do in this game, but yeah, got this for around like $25, and actually really quickly, apparently this had a TV show. Funny. But yeah, picked that up. And these two are actually probably going to be like the best finds that I found at a GameStop. First is Kid Icarus Uprising. So of course, you know, this was one of the games that's no longer available. It's like the only way you could play this game is if you bought the digital copy before the Nintendo store closed on the 3DS, or do you find yourself a physical copy like I did. And yeah, $50 is still a little pricey. I mean, it's kind of crazy how the value went up. The only thing that sucks about this is this one doesn't have the, what's it called? The cards right here. It's missing the cards, unfortunately, so that's the only downside to this, but other than that, it has everything. It has the manual, has everything is in good shape. And I also checked to see if it was legitimate, but yeah, one of the ways you could tell if it's a real copy is if you guys could see right here, all the numbers on the pins are aligned pretty well. There's a little indent here, you can see the logo, so this is a pretty legit copy, so it is not a fake, so that's pretty awesome to see. And this one was the hardest. This one's probably the easiest to verify if it's fake or not, but this was the best finding, or the best thing I found at GameStop, and that is Pokemon White version 2, and making sure it doesn't glare. So $99, and then if you have the Pro membership, $95, and still, this is literally a really good deal. This is about like $50 less than what the resale, or I think it's like $60 less than what the resale value is. So, and I'm quite happy to find this. And just really quickly, everything is all in there, and I wonder if I could be able to show on the camera. If you guys could... Yeah, it's really hard to show, but maybe I'll show back here in the camera. And it's really hard to see on the camera, but one of the things to verify how this is a legitimate copy is if you look up in the lights, which I'll do right here. There's supposed to be like on the borders, there's supposed to be like a purple-ish lining right here to see if it's real, because fake ones do not do that, but the real ones will have a little like purple outliner on the side. Of course, you could look at the letterings inside right here as well as the indent, so this is an actual legitimate copy of a game that's, you know, I've seen counterfeits of these a lot out in the field, so yeah, amazing find. So last thing I picked up, which is probably the best thing I picked up personally, and Pokemon White version 2, but I found this box, and what's inside this box? I'm glad you guys asked, because honestly I'm talking to myself right now. But I found a Sega Dreamcast. So this was about like $100 at Gamestop, or 95 because, you know, pro member. But yeah, I've been wanting to find a Dreamcast for a long time now for like a good deal, because man, growing up, like, this was one of the systems I really wanted to get because I thought it was so cool playing Sonic Adventure, which it was only first level Sonic Adventure that was good. House of the Dead 2, Marvel vs. Capcom. You got some amazing like arcade title games that run really well on the Dreamcast. So, you know, finding this at a GameStop, like, I don't know, I was just blown away. But yeah, this was also ones that I did not know there was like 2 models of, because there's like apparently like 2 models of a Dreamcast. So yeah, this is actually pretty legit too, because I actually do have some Dreamcast games, so I tested it out to make sure it worked on my TikTok, which if you guys want to check that out, I post some videos of manga and anime, and yeah, it worked perfectly fine. And the funny part about this is that there's a disc inside for Dreamcast magazine. So man, don't you guys feel old now? Because I certainly do. But yeah, that was one of the coolest things I found at GameStop near me, so pretty happy. And man, look at this. The Ethernet cable. Man, I think this was the craziest one because people play Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast. So this system was like ahead of its time during that time period. So man, pretty stoked. But yeah, that was everything that I got at GameStop, specifically in the retro games. And I have to say, honestly, the retro section is good. I actually like it. But I will say right now, you could go on their website and buy retro games, but I feel like that's a very high 50-50 if it's going to be good or not, if it's, you know, everything's included, like I said, this for example with the manual and, you know, the case and everything. But going to GameStop physically and store-wise, I do say that is the more guaranteed, because at least you can see firsthand to see if it works properly, and also test it yourself. So anyways, that'll pretty much be it for my video game pickups haul. And I have to say, honestly, it was amazing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think was the coolest thing that I got in this video game pickups haul in the comments. I would love to see what you guys have to say. But anyways, this will pretty much be it for the video. Hopefully you guys catch me in my next one, and yeah, I can't wait to do more just pickups hauls on just like GameStop and other thrift stores. But anyways, hopefully you guys have a wonderful, awesome day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully. So take care of yourselves, and peace.